You are good enough. You're beautiful. You are mesmerizing. You are magnetic. You are exactly where you're meant to be, even if it doesn't feel like it. You're a boss, bitch. Don't let him make you feel like you're not, because you're a boss, bitch.
She's the one that'll save us all. Anilasita, the best friend, get you through it all. Anilasita, don't be scared, she can hear your soul. Anilasita, the bad bitch that's spiritual.
What's up, you guys? This is a new angle for once. Like, bitch, I cleaned up my fucking mirror for you so that you can see me properly. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if it's the first time being here, bitch. My name is Anilasita. I am the spiritual bad bitch, and I'm here to give you some nighttime motivation. I just want to record whenever I'm having like an inspired thought. I did have this very inspired thought today, and I'm gonna be talking about this as I get all the stuff out of my hair and clean up my bathroom, so don't mind me. It is the ADHD. I had to stop recording because I noticed that there was a spot somewhere here and it was triggering the OCD, so we quickly had to clean that. So let's fucking get into it without wasting any more time. I wanted to talk today about the concept, don't try to be in control, just try to be in alignment. Y'all, I'm about to fucking go through this concept in so many different areas of life, like love, as well as career, as well as just like as a philosophy. I don't know what it is, but it recently clicked for me that I have had a very controlling attitude towards life, and I don't know if you can relate to that, but if you're watching my videos you probably can. I know that a lot of people watch my manifestation content because it's almost like it gives you an illusion of control, you know, like even the videos I've made about telepathy or getting someone obsessed with you, manifesting somebody back, manifesting a career, manifesting money. A lot of these things, we only really get into them because we think on some level that we have this control. We have this control to bring something new into our life. And let me tell you, like, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, that's actually a very beautiful thing to manifest. I'm not knocking manifestation. I'm just saying that sometimes in life, you're not going to be in control. And actually, life is not fun when you're trying to be in control all the time. Don't mind me as I'm doing this. Do you like my little butterflies, by the way? I put them in my hair because it's a symbol of my metamorphosis, bitch. I really, really like wearing butterflies. But anyways, sidetracked. I had this weird realization recently, like, that I'm always like 5 steps ahead. I'm always thinking about the future instead of being in the present moment. And let me tell you guys something, nothing else is real but the present moment. Like, the future doesn't exist, the past already happened. It's not fucking real in the sense of the way the present moment is, which life is just an everlasting present moment if you really think about it. And this really like sunk in for me the other day. I was writing on ChatGPT and I realized that I am constantly fucking myself up by trying to be a step further than where I'm currently at. And honestly, this has been a really huge thing for me after coming out of the toxic relationship that I was in. If you guys saw and if you guys know, it was really tough because I remembered there were so many moments in that relationship where it's like I knew in the present moment that it wasn't right. I felt very trapped and I wanted to be in something else. I not even another relationship, but I wanted to be alone. I wanted my life to look different. I was very, very unhappy. I mean, he was very emotionally abusive and manipulative and basically robbed all of my fucking energy, siphoned it like crazy, which, you know, it makes sense why I was fucking feeling so miserable. But I had such an issue with life because as somebody who knows about manifestation and stuff, it's like I just really didn't have the answer of how to get out of that. And then suddenly something clicked in my brain, and it has to do with frequency and alignment. And that if you make daily decisions that align you with your joy, like it's not even about thinking about the future, but it's really about learning to be in the present moment and asking yourself, what would most excite me right now? And consistently doing that, you know what happens? Most of your problems end up taking care of themselves. And that's what happened in my relationship too, because I made the decision from my highest excitement to go to music school. That's what I always wanted to do. Can this motherfucking shit come off? Like, so annoying. And it's really hot in here. There we fucking go. Just give me 1 second, actually. Let me quickly change. Okay, I'm more comfortable now. What I was saying with my music school, me making the decision to go to music school literally elevated my frequency. And as my frequency elevated, so did my thoughts, so did my behavior. And eventually I had the courage, because of my music school, it was a big part of that, to finally leave that toxic ass relationship, because I did not have the energy before. Now, a lot of us, when we're trying to get something in life, we're almost like, you know that whole thing of like, I don't chase, I attract? I feel like a lot of us act like we're like that, and we're talking like we're attracting and we're not chasing, but a lot of us are stuck in the chasing. I've noticed when I speak to people, like even, you know, talking about goals and like where you want to get to in life, a lot of people talk about it like it's this faraway place that they need to work hard to get to. But what if you're already there and all you have to do is continuously embody that frequency and it comes to you? Now, what I'm talking about might not be like a new concept, because that is really what manifestation is about. It's not about trying to go there to get it, but it's about being here and drawing it to you, like being so irresistible to your desire that it wants to come to you. And this has been my recent revelation, that I have often wanted to control things, and I've gotten a real kick, I will say, in my ego out of being able to control things. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm a master manifester. If I want something specific, I can get it. But my life has been way more magnetic and better since I've been just like living completely in the present moment and continuously thinking about this thing of be in alignment and not in control. Like, even when I'm thinking about all the shit that I need to do in a month from now, like, I don't even want to talk about it, because there's just a lot of shit going on in my life at the minute, a lot of transitions, a lot of stuff that's in the unknown that I am currently manifesting. But even when you're manifesting, you don't always know how it's gonna play out, right? So I'm currently in this in-between, and I found that having more of a sense of adventure, and you know, guys, I've talked about this before in my videos, but I feel like I'm at the point in my life right now where I'm actually embodying this shit. Like, I really have been actively doing things that increase my frequency, because the thing is this, when you have unwanted things in your life, like also, you know, the toxic relationship I just got out of, the best thing you can do is not to like hyper fixate on it and try to find a solution. You know, they say the frequency of the problem is not the frequency of the solution. I always think about that. And it's like, what can you give yourself in difficult moments that is gonna help your frequency go up and actually just automatically knock the bullshit out of your life? Like, truly, there's certain people and things that can no longer survive in your heightened frequency if you really put in the work. Like, let me give you an active fucking tip. So if you guys have seen my breakup video, vlog, documentary, I don't even know what the fuck it is, my visual diary. If you've seen that video where I was documenting my breakup, at the very end of it, I did an ice bath. And this is actually something that I've been doing every Sunday, every single week. For the past month, I think. I had my 5th ice bath like 2 days ago. So yeah. And that is one of the fucking quickest ways, I am telling you, to elevate your frequency. I was honestly mind blown by how incredible I felt. Like, my mind was so focused. I've been reading a lot more books, which is something that I used to love to do when I was younger. but just I've been too fucking stoned the past 2-3 years. I've not been with it. I've had different priorities. I've been so immersed in that toxic relationship. Like, I did not have enough time to really do things that I wanted to do. And now it feels like my mental clarity is back. Like, I've had to heal from some major dissociation after this relationship, and just a lot of, I don't know, just a lot of pain, you know? A lot of pain that was kind of fogging up my energy, and I just wasn't feeling like myself. But these ice baths, they have completely, oh, these shits don't want to come off. They have completely transformed just the way that I see life. I'm still trying to get my life in order. I am by no means perfect. I take good care of myself usually, but I've been, I think, abandoning myself for a long time, coming out of this toxic relationship, so it really is a work in progress. Ouch, that really hurt. All right. Oh, that feels so nice. Now, the way in which this also relates, this entire concept that I'm talking about, is also with feminine energy in dating. It's really weird to me because I've been making videos about this shit. I've been knowing about feminine energy, but I feel like I've only been a little bit in my feminine energy, and then I go back to masculine. And see, the thing I learned is, if you're in a relationship with a guy that is feminine, for instance, or even somebody that doesn't make you feel safe, as a woman, you're naturally gonna fall into a masculine pattern to protect yourself. Masculine energy is there to protect, which means if you don't feel safe as a woman, you're gonna step into your own masculine energy to protect the feminine within. So I feel like that's what's been happening to me. Ever since I got out of this relationship though, I've been very much in my feminine energy. Very much like, very centered. I really felt like I had such a need in the past to explain myself. I had such a need to feel validated. And I don't know what it is, but all the shit I've been going through the past few months, even like cutting off my best friends, it was insane because the relationship kind of made me feel like I couldn't think for myself. Every single thing that I'd want to do in my life, I would think, what would he say about it? What would he tell me about it? What advice would he give me? I stopped asking, what does the inner me think about it? What does my inner child think about it? What do I want? That part got so lost in my relationship and as well in this friendship. Like, just a ton of people around me that honestly loved to control me and loved to tell me what to do because they also got satisfaction and validation out of that. And me, some part of me was willing to give up, you know, control over my life and personal agency over my life. And so I was in these dynamics, but ever since I've come out of it, I feel like I really know who I am now. And this thing has really applied of being in alignment and not in control. Something that I wanted to say about this whole concept within romantic relationships. Like I told you guys, I found myself constantly overthinking in my relationship, and something kept making me feel like I need to make a decision. Like I felt this real pressure within my relationship to stay or leave. I was constantly like, you need to do something, you need to do something. And that was the part of me that wanted to be in control. But then coming back again to this alignment, I realized that again, as long as you continue to concentrate on like the things that you love and that bring you joy, you will always end up in the right place, because eventually something could seem very aligned in a moment, which I guess it did in my relationship at the very beginning. I felt excited, and I mean, shit, he reminded me a lot of my childhood and my trauma from my family, which was just like the familiarity that I was seeking. It was only when the situation really was not aligned anymore, when there was more suffering than joy, when there was more pain than laughter, when there was more disease than ease, quite literally, because my body was getting sick. I was dealing with a lot of that. It's like, you just have to take what's in front of you in life sometimes and not worry so much about the future. And I know that might sound backwards coming out of a toxic relationship, because you would think like, girl, like, wouldn't you have wanted to leave earlier? But it's like, no, because I needed to go through that entire process of being with him for like 2 years to come out of it and know exactly who the fuck I am and know exactly what it means for me to say something is not aligned. And I kid you not, the more that you live your life like this every day, like really tuning into your body and being like, is it aligned? Is it not aligned? It can really change. You know, you can meet some friend and it could be really aligned initially, and then a year down the line it's not. Even 2 weeks down the line it's not. Like, even this girl at my school, I thought that we were gonna have this connection with each other, and then some weird shit happened when I went to her house, and I was just like, this is another manipulative, controlling person. And it was straight away, like, I knew in my body, like, this is the same shit again. This is misalignments. This is not aligned for me. This does not feel good. And so I stepped out of it. And that was after like a very, very short amount of time of being friends with her. But it's like, now I can snap out of shit very quickly because I've been in a 2-year relationship that honestly felt misaligned for a lot of it, but I just wasn't used to interpreting the signs yet. And I guess I just want to say, you know, if you are in a situation like that, just take daily steps that are loving to you. Daily steps. And sometimes it's so hard to know what that is or even to feel any joy, because I remember people saying stuff like this on videos and books I was reading, and it resonated, but it wasn't changing my reality. And so it kind of all felt like bullshit, because I really, like I said in my video, I really wanted somebody to come and save me and get me out of my situation. And then I realized, like, I have to do that. But in order for me to save myself, I had to go through all of that, you know, to like recognize my worth, my strength, build up the courage and understand that, you know, I can face this fear. And so even taking these ice baths, like I said, has been such an incredible way for me to continuously face the psychological fears I have. I need to stop chatting shit and actually get to clean up this mess. I'm gonna clean up this mess, I'm gonna wash my face, and then we're gonna finish off with some beautiful affirmations and last words before you go to sleep or before you start your day, whenever the fuck you watching this, bitch. Quick side note, I found these glasses. Aren't they so cute? I feel like it's giving sexy secretary. Anyways, I'll be back in a sec. All right, let's get this skincare going, bitch. Do you want some too? Do you want some? I make myself laugh. I can't. So like I was saying, this mindset honestly has left me super detached and really living my life in the present moment. Like, another thing that I really struggled with in the past, not being able to deal with difficult emotions. I do a lot of healing, and I've been really good at confronting my emotions in a space with other people. Like, if someone holds space for me, I can definitely confront my emotions. But the issue has been being alone, like being in my own company and being able to like deal with difficult emotions, which is why I turned to weed for so long, because it was kind of a way that I felt like I was dealing with my emotions. I would journal. It would make me feel safe to go to certain thoughts, but it's not a real way of confronting things. So what I do nowadays, when this one situation went down with this guy, I channeled all of it into my music. I was like asking my inner child, like, I'm feeling uncomfortable, like, you must be feeling uncomfortable too. Like, what can we do to soothe this feeling? And I really went back to my childhood and I thought about, like, what did I do before I knew about weed, you know? Like, I didn't start smoking weed until my 20s. So what did I used to do as a teenager? What did I used to do as a kid? And honestly, I used to just create. Like, create. I was like a machine when I was a teenager. I was always painting or dancing or singing or playing the guitar or playing the piano, and I had good grades at school. I was always keeping myself busy. Like, I do have ADHD. I do constantly need fucking stimulation, and I've learned that that's not a bad thing. It can be a bad thing if you don't know how to channel it, because in the past, it's made me get into situations with guys, right? It made me get into toxic relationships, because toxic relationships give you that up and down, that, I don't know, feels like a roller coaster and is low-key exciting. I really hate to say it like that, but that's what it felt like in certain moments. But it's not sustainable. Eventually you crash. Eventually you are just gonna feel empty, because you're letting this other person dictate your emotions and dictate your life. So it's been a real journey of like doing some inner work to get back to that. But I'm gonna leave it at that. I feel like I don't want to talk too much today. That is all I have to say on this topic of be in alignment and not in control, bitch. I want to finish off with some direct affirmations for you now. Let me turn the camera though. I know you guys love the affirmations, so let's get into it. You are good enough. You're beautiful. You are mesmerizing. You are magnetic. You are exactly where you're meant to be, even if it doesn't feel like it. I promise you, you're exactly where you're meant to be. Everything is unfolding exactly as it needs to in your life. You are a miracle magnet. You're a boss, bitch. Don't let him make you feel like you're not, because you're a boss, bitch. You have this thing in control just by being you. Your only job is to stay in alignment, and everything else will fall into place. Continue to be aligned with your beautiful, radiant, magical self. Continue to listen to that inner voice, even if it feels like it's been suppressed and buried deep underneath other people's opinions and bullshit. It's always right there. It's always deep inside if you just listen. Take a deep breath together with me right now. And let out a sigh. And do it again. And now I want you to envision when you're breathing in that you're spreading light into every space in your body. And exhaling the bullshit, bitch. Because we over it. And you know what? Whether you're struggling, whether you're doing great, it's exactly how it needs to be. You're going to get exactly what you need in your journey to get to exactly where you're asking to be. You can't get your desire sometimes without receiving the lessons that you need in order to receive your desire. Anyways, you're beautiful. And I love you. 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 Love you. Love you. Love you. Love you. I hope you liked this video. I don't care if you did not. I'm just here to be me, bitch. But anyway, I hope you have a beautiful night. Sending you so much love, beautiful energy, and positivity.